And welcome everybody to the Fantasy Savvy Weekly podcast with your host, Steve D'Angelo. We are back tonight with an NBA playoffs draft. I'm in the middle of it right now. We're in round 7. We're going 16 rounds. We got 10 teams in this league. That's 160 players. So it's going really deep. I've been doing this league for I think over 10 years. I have history about 7 years on fantasypostseason.com. So if you guys are interested in running your own league, check that out. Fantasypostseason.com. It's like the only site that I know that does this. You can do hockey, baseball, football is obviously the biggest. College basketball as well. That's a huge one. So make sure you check that out. I'm going to bring up the screen real quick so you guys can see what's going on in this draft. Please like, subscribe, share to the show. We're going to have, we did an NBA playoffs show last night. Go check that out on YouTube page, Spotify, Apple at Fantasy Savvy. We're going to be doing NFL stuff very soon, best ball drafts. So check that all out on the back. When we come back, we are going to get into this draft. Fantasy Savvy on X. Follow me there. Let's go. Welcome to the Fantasy Savvy Weekly Show with your host, Steve D'Angelo, discussing high-stakes fantasy football, NFL picks, and much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, we're back. As you can see, I have the draft board up now. We are in the 16th. We are in the 7th round, going 16 rounds with 10 teams. My team so far is Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Sorry, my wife's texting me. I know he's got the knee injury, possibly questionable for game 1, but I have them winning the first round against Dallas. I have them going to the finals. If you listened to the show last night, I picked them to go to the finals, represent the West, plus 640, I think it is. Giannis also may miss games. I'm just taking some risks here, but I think maybe the reward outweighs the risk here. Drew Holiday, Boston, Grayson Allen, Phoenix. I have them playing the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, and then Al Horford, Boston. So I'm coming up soon. My name is the Basketball Scientist. So very interesting. Again, fantasypostseason.com, one of the only sites that does this. It's a lot of fun. The NBA playoffs are a long ride. We'll probably go for about 10, 15 minutes. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what's going on, how this site works and whatnot. Maybe we'll go longer. We'll see. But as you can see, I did a preset. You can actually predict the amount of games each team is going to play, and then you press calculate, and then it puts out a nice cheat sheet for you. So based on how many games they're going to play, times the points. So it's a nice setup. Makes it easier. You don't have to do your own list. You can do it pretty damn fast, which is nice. So let's see. I got 2 Clippers. I got 2 Boston. I got 1 Phoenix, 1 Milwaukee. Now it could go Terrence Mann here. Could go Eric Gordon, Zubac. Rudy Gobert is not a bad pick here. Minnesota. Do I want to just continue to stack here? Going down the line. I mean, the last couple rounds of this is going to go so deep. I mean, we're pretty much going to pick almost every NBA player that you're going to see on the court in this playoffs. The last 2 rounds, I offer first, second, third, and I hosted this league. I run this league. First, second, third. And then the last 2 rounds, if you have the highest scoring pick of the last 2 rounds, you get a percentage. It's just points. That's the only stat. You can do whatever you want, but I just do points to keep it simple. This way, when people are watching, they can just watch the guy, not get lost in all the stats. They just know he needs to score points, and it kind of makes it a little more exciting. So that's the way I do it. I noticed that DraftKings actually has a 3-team.
You are on the clock.
That they put out recently as well. All right, so we could go Terrence Mann. We could go Zubats. We could go Eric Gordon. Royce O'Neal. Gobert is now gone. So I think we're going to go back to let's go back to the Clippers. Let's continue to stack them. Yeah, we picked them. I'm gonna go with Terrence Mann. I like Terrence Mann, good player. If Kawhi's out a couple games, he'll fill in. He'll get some more points. So we got the Clippers. Deep stack. Obviously, the Clippers make a run. I'm looking very, very good with George Leonard. And man, that's kind of how you got to win these things. You got to stack teams that are going to go as far as possible. Whether you're doing NBA playoff, NFL playoffs, NBA playoffs, college basketball. This site offers hockey as well. You got to stack the right teams, and they have to go far. You can't just get one guy. Usually, got to try to get at least two, or three. And you got to stack the right guys too. You can't just stack guys that average a couple points, or in football, they're going to give you a freaking 2 fantasy points a game or something like that. You got to stack the right players. And then, sometimes you find value in the later guys. The guy's getting more playing time. All of a sudden, there's an injury. He's coming up the last 5 games. Nobody's really noticing him. So you pay attention to all of that. But so we are in the 7th round, and we are watching the last playing game. Earlier, we saw the Heat take care of business against the Bulls. Did the pod last night. I took the over. Just went under the over of 2-0. I took it at 205. I think the final was 203. It went back up to 207. I ended up taking the Heat money line. That hit. They absolutely destroyed them, but I didn't put that on the show. I'm kind of pissed about that. I said it was going to be a really close game, and I was dead wrong. The Heat I kind of got a feeling towards the end that the Heat were just an experienced team. They've been in so many tough games, NBA finals. They knew what they were doing. The Bulls are just not really playoff worthy. So I think the Heat give the Celtics a little bit of a scare. I mean, we've seen the Celtics have scares in the past, and, they still have to prove to us that they are over this kind of hump of, getting to that elite level. So we'll see. They are the favorites to win the finals, plus 160. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so the Heat get it done. Now we're watching Sacramento up 5, 22-17 on New Orleans without Zion Williamson. So these playing games do not count. So basically, if you want to take a guy from one of these teams, you're basically taking a risk because you could get potentially no points. But there's also going to be good value on some of these guys too. You could get a high scorer late. You snag him at the right time. He plays 4 or 5 games. You get him with your last pick. You win that best high score of the last 2 rounds prize as well that I throw in there. So it's all strategy, what you want to do. You're paying attention. You do the best you can. You have fun with it. Just another way to play fantasy, postseason fantasy. I love it because I love the postseason. I think, obviously the postseason is the best. Better than the regular season. So I'm surprised that postseason fantasy is not more popular. I think hopefully it'll be like the next wave to come up and get even more popular. More people will participate in it. But this site for sure, fantasypostseason.com, will deliver anything you want. Again, it's like one of the few sites that is out there. All right, in round 8, what am I looking at here? Last couple picks. We had Bogdanovich, Knicks, Russell Westbrook, Clippers, Kelly Oubre, and Zubac. And all these people in this draft, I know personally. I've hung out with them plenty of times, drank beers with them. I watched basketball with them. I played sports with them. I grew up in the same town with some of these guys. All different mix of guys, all good guys, all into fantasy sports, all into sports in general, all very reliable. Again, we've been doing this league for a while. So if you guys are interested, next year we actually I was going to take up to 14 teams, but we only had 10 guys this year. Last year we had 12. So if you're ever interested, hit me up on X at Fantasy Savvy. You can send me a DM. You can get in one of these leagues. We'll do a NFL playoffs once again, and college basketball as well, and NBA. I don't do hockey. Might do a baseball. I mean, I don't follow baseball enough, but I might just do it for the heck of it, just to get into it. I kind of gave up on fantasy baseball. I couldn't. I love the game. I love baseball. It's my first love for sure. But it just got too much with fantasy football. And the biggest reason I don't follow fantasy baseball is because I watch so much of the damn NCAA tournament. So I just can't do the research that everybody else is doing. It's got so competitive. I'm just basically donating money every year because I'm just so into the NCAA tournament. I'm watching college basketball nonstop, and I get ready for this NCAA pool that I do every year. All right, so I'll probably show you guys maybe one or two more picks, and then we'll call it a wraps. Let's see what we're going to do here. Eric Gordon possibly. Go back to Phoenix. He's healthy. Gordon, Frank Vogel said he had a migraine. He's good to go for game 1. Eric Gordon out of Indiana. Nice 3-point shooter there. Again, it's just points. There's no bonuses, nothing. There's no rebound steals, nothing. It's just points. So very, very easy to track. And this site does some good stats as well. Has some good features. It's pretty well put together. Very simple. Very easy to run. And if you want to run your own,
you are on the
only
clock.
$25. So you just, everybody throws in a couple bucks and you get a league going. All right, let's see where we're going here. Down further, Jalen Suggs could go with Orlando. Don't mind that. I think I'm going to do that. Bam. But I feel like Orlando could win. So I'm going to go with Jalen Suggs here, I think, as my pick. Orlando, about an hour away. Malik Beasley is not a bad one either. So let's go with Suggs. Maybe on the way back, we can get Beasley. Get $2. So I have the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Giannis will somehow get out there. They'll overcome the Pacers, and they'll take care of business. You guys see the bracket here. The Bucks play the Pacers, and they're going to play the winner of the Knicks-Sixers series. And, I think they can take care of business there. I mean, if they just get past the Pacers, Giannis is healthy. They could coast into the Eastern Conference Finals where, they could beat the freaking Celtics, who I think will get there. I don't think the Cavs or Orlando will beat them. Again, I think Miami may give them a decent series, but they should be a shoo-in to the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston. And I think they're going to play the Bucks. So try to get another Buck player on the way back here. And it's just a regular snake draft. You could set up however you want as well. You could do third round reversal, I believe. You could do snake. You could do other things. You could set whatever. You could do an offline draft. It's pretty customizable, very easy to use. So check that all out. FantasyPostseason.com. Oh, Mike Conley. Good pick there. Nice pick. I got Minnesota losing in the first round to the Suns, but they certainly could win that series. And I love Mike Conley. He's such a good player. So I do like that pick a lot. All right, we'll go back to the draft now. Last couple picks. Zubac, Braun, Keegan Murray. We'll see if they win. Miles McBride, West Virginia boy, gives the Knicks some good minutes. Austin Reeves, nice pick. So Grip Lip Frank also took LeBron earlier, so he's going to be riding the Lakers. The Nuggets absolutely own them. Can they pull off the upset of the Nuggets in the first round? Nuggets are minus 400, I believe, to win that series. Neesmith from Indiana. Beasley is gone. That's a good pick. Mike Conley, good pick. And then Tyler Hero, another good pick. They advance. And again, I think, the Heat could potentially play 6 games. And without Butler, we just saw Hero, I think, go for 20 tonight. So at this point, points are going to become hard to come by in this draft. You can see the pickings are kind of slim already. We're looking at Amir Coffey, Wendell Carter, Buddy Hield. Bam is still out there. Kobe White, obviously they're done. Rui, not bad. You cue him up. Derek Lively. He looks like he's trending in the right direction. That's going to be a hell of a series. Clippers versus Dallas. All right, so I'll make one more pick, then we'll wrap this baby up. again, if you guys are interested, hit me up on X. Follow me on X at Fantasy Savvy. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So check me out. I'll be doing NFL high stakes fantasy drafts, best ball drafts live all year. Catch me on the Face Off Sports Network as well. fffaceoff.com with Anthony and those guys. Really appreciate them doing a great job. Been doing a ton of mock drafts. They just did a show earlier today. Go check that out. My shows are sometimes broadcasted on their show as well. All right, 2 more picks and then I'm up. Let's see. Eric Gordon. I like it. Royce O'Neal. Can I get another buck? Jay Crowder is not great. Not great, Bob, but I do have Giannis, so. Oh, Beverly's still out there. Bio. Casey Wallace is starting to give OKC some decent.
You are on the clock.
Rui. We got him queued up already. We are going to go with Eric Gordon. He drains the 3, baby. Give it to me. All right. So that's pretty much it. My team so far. Again, I have a Clippers-Celtics final. So I am picking to that. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. I know he's hurt, but I still think he's going to overcome. He'll make it out there. He'll play. Giannis, I think he'll get out there. I'm taking a big risk, but sometimes you got to take a big risk. I think the reward outweighs the risk here. Drew Holiday got Boston in the finals. Grayson Allen, Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals. Horford, another Boston Celtic. Terrence Mann, rather. Clippers, so 3 Clippers. Suggs, possibly they beat Cleveland in the first round and advance. Love Jalen Suggs' game. Will be going probably to at least 1 Orlando playoff game. And then Eric Gordon, Phoenix. Sharpshooter, good 3-point shooter. So, again, Suns in the Western Conference Finals. So that's it. FantasyPostseason.com. Follow me on X at Fantasy Savvy. We'll be back soon with another show. We'll be back after the first round, probably to break down the NBA playoffs. We'll be doing some NFL stuff, probably right after the draft. We'll be talking about some of these prospects, and I will be on the Face Off Sports Network as well. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.